Scott.
Yes, sir.
AIPAS. You sold the M2.
I did.
I'm hurt.
But the M1 is the same bike,
Okay.
except it's a step through and not a step over.
All right.
Same specs and everything.
Okay. And in the spirit of that, I want to add a second battery to it.
I see that.
This is the mock-up.
Right.
Also, keep in mind, with this setup, we would actually have another strap right here, but I had some issues with shipping, so we don't have it. However, it would be a strap like this, and it would be a full cover. That would be the one that cinched it down tight on top of the strap adapters. It's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more, this battery is more than the factory.
Yeah, it's bigger than the factory battery on this bike.
17.5 amp hours.
And that's a 20 amp hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but see, the person can do it with a 10.
Yeah, you can do anything you want.
You do put one on the rack.
We have, wait, let me show you.
Hoo-yah. And that's the 10 amper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could put something like that, hook it up, boom.
Yeah. These are straps. I usually double it up, and then it goes right around there. Get the 2-pack for sure. This is the way to go. It'll make it secure. It can be any amp hour battery you want. Just make sure to match your voltage and that the BMS on the battery can deal with the current limit on the bike. I know that the battery's current limit is 25 amps, so that leads me to believe that the controller can be no greater than that. So I would look for a BMS at 25 amps or greater for your battery.
There it is.
That's
Easy
it.
breezy.
All right, we don't have a stand, so on this one I'm gonna need your muscle. Got to flip the bike over. Probably gonna get you to hold the camera so I can get this done. And we are going to save the daylight on this one. Try and do a quick install. Zip tie city for sure. Want to get the controller out, take a picture. It does have XT60s. We're going to use the 40 amp kit. We may need an extension, but I'm not sure. I don't think it would be required, especially if we're doing this install. One thing I did notice, there's a little bit of an instruction. So if you take this route with adding your battery, you're going to lose some of that step through. I have a size 15 foot.
You have a huge foot. I'm I'm a normal human. Why can't you just climb on it like this?
Because it kills the point of the step through, bro.
Okay, right? And then you get off like this.
Okay, right. That's what I mean.
And then you step through like this.
I can't do that.
I know. No, your big feet will not make that happen.
I'm gonna have to hack it. Wait, maybe no. There, I can get it up over the battery. So yeah, maybe rear rack if I need the step through feature, but you're not obligated to it. So we are going to show the installation with this. I will leave links to all the products, the battery recommendations in the video description below, as well as the balancer. We do have the DX2, which does allow you to add a second output, factory output.
Do not mess with the bird feeder.
And by virtue of that, we have the USB adapter. So it's been a popular item to go along with that. That would require some kind of baggage, and you would need to think about your setup and what you wanted to power, but it's a possibility. We do have videos like that throughout the channel, so check those out. Just search USB. What else? This bike has been a part of claims by the company, and we've had the special privilege of being able to investigate those claims, and it's worthwhile, but we're gonna stop any more conversation of that. I will leave a link when appropriate for this conversational point in the video description below, and that will come from Scott Hardesty's channel on YouTube. That is at Scott Hardesty, youtube.com. By the way, Mike Rochester is here. He's standing. Come on, Mike.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hello.
He is here. We've been e-biking all weekend long. He has a lot of the higher ends. You've done trikes, right?
Trikes.
You do it all. I think.
Everything.
Anything that comes through.
Thin tire bikes.
So we have been enjoying the Bike the Drive event.
Yeah, Bike the Drive.
Downtown Chicago.
That's
it's not drove into downtown Chicago.
Yeah, it's where they block off 30 miles of basically highway that we were allowed to ride bikes on. There was over like 22,000 people there. I don't know the final numbers but our numbers on our helmets were 22,000, 442.
A few weeks ago.
When we did it a few weeks ago. So I've never been around so many bike enthusiasts, right? But one of the things that I had to do was choose bikes that could go that kind of distance. Well, the AIPAS will do about 20 or 30. I can't remember how I did it on the M2 Pro. But if you had a second battery, well, you would have no issues doing that with it at all.
Correct.
So that's where that comes in handy, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the way. All right, we're going to get to this. We are going to do a mock-up of this installation. Keep in mind the straps. We'll show you along the way. Scott will be the cameraman. Mike will be adding commentary as necessary. And we're going to ask you, if you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the area, check out Ebikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, and go for a ride with your friends. Scott Hardesty is going to give us sign off, and Mike, you got to...
Gotcha.
You on it?
Are we doing that
I'm
now?
going to step out of here.
Are we doing that now?
You are doing it now.
Why are we signing off when the video's just started?
Do the thing. Do you have an intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
We're going to put a double battery on. Yeah, here we go. We're going to put a second battery on this bike. So let's get into it.
Am I signing off?
No, well, how do you start your videos?
I just...
There it is. You just shrug your shoulders. There you go. You've done it.
Battery. So you're putting a double battery in this beast of a bike, and we're going to see what happens. Let's do it. You know I'm a rookie, right? I'm a caveman, I should say.
You're
I'm
full time.
learning.
What are you talking about?
I am full time.
You're full time.
I promise you, Scott, I'm learning and I'm trying to take it all in. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's so much. There's so much
But you
that
usually
I don't.
intro your video on what you're videoing, like
Yeah,
you're talking
and then
about
I'm like,
it's not my bike. I feel like a freaking
and then I say, then let's get into it.
let's get into it. Let's get started.
All right. If you don't mind, go down there. I'm gonna.
Do we got to
flip
cover
over.
this display
Yeah.
though? So we
we're
don't
gonna put
fuck
it
it
up.
up?
He's got these boxes.
Okay, you got
So
it.
make
Okay,
the,
good.
the boxes
Yep.
are here,
Okay.
starting
Yep.
here,
Yep. Yep.
only and out. Here, only
got
and
it.
out.
Yep. We know the deal.
You gonna flip it?
You want to take the battery out? No?
All right, bring it down. Bring it down, Charlie Brown. I usually use styrofoam, but yeah, same difference.
Styrofoam from the packaging
Yeah.
of the box.
Exactly.
All right, for this endeavor, we are going to take out these 3 screws right here that are on the pin plate or contact plate for the battery. And then we're going to remove these 2 screws inside of the battery housing to get the other side of this plate for removal. You can see similar aspects to this for the lock plate up here. These 4 screws would be removed, and then these 2 on the back side would be removed. You wouldn't need to mess with any of these. It would come out as an assembly. You would also need to remove this handle to make sure that you could get it through.
Yeah, but we're not doing any of that
No,
to add a second battery.
Definitely not. This is going to be much easier.
There's a packet of smaller ones.
I think they're deeper on the shelf. Or check on the hood of the Land Rover.
That's where they are, I bet.
Okay, now I'm going to cut this motor cable loose.
And the reason you did this is so that we have some extra cable to play with, right? You want to
Right.
pull the controller out and take a look at it.
Your biggest length control is typically your motor connector. So you can see now I can just pull it out. Perfect. So we're out 25 amp current limit. Now what we're going to do is just go ahead and get this back inside now what I'm going to do is disconnect this mounting plate. Okay, from here we're going to take the 40 amp kit. This is the 40 amp balancer, and this will make the interconnect between the battery mounting plate and the controller. We're also going to run one of our extension cables into the controller housing so that we can connect the second battery to the other end. So we're going to start by doing that. Now that it's here, I'm going to look at my balancer. It has two inputs, one input, two inputs, and an output. The output goes to the controller, and it is a male XT60 female pins. The two battery inputs are female XT60 male pins, and we're going to take that and plug in the cable for one of the batteries, and that's here. Now I'm going to plug in the controller output onto the controller, and then last but not least is my battery mounting plate. And then I'm going to feed the balancer inside. All right.
Use the plus button.
There it is. That means it's working. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and test the second battery. What we'll do here is key the main out. This is an unofficial install. Pop. Power. Has one. That's the second battery. Perfect.
Suppose you just didn't zip time while it was upside down.
You're right. But I think that I'm gonna
Have to use an extension.
take this, and so I wanted to see how it came out. The other end of this is that the battery is on the front side of it, and then we pull it here. This would be a good case for Tidy Helper cable clips, but we've also got a lot of slack. And also I would want it protected from the crank. So out here it's exposed. This bar would keep the wiring back, and then you could run it this way. And I feel a little better about that. And then right here is a good zip tie spot. Surprise! Okay, what's going on here? I have two bottle cage strap adapters that are attached to the bottom mount of this. The final end of all of this, these are two base straps. The final end would be a full strap around the entire body and the frame of the bike, tightening in the battery and just giving you that secure end. And then these are your two compressible feet that make it really sticky. It is really, really compacted to the frame, but it's not going to damage anything. It has these nice compressible feet, and then these can be tightened as well. The screws on this thing have flatter heads, and this is essential so that the battery can slide through. So you won't be able to use the screws that come with the bottle cage strap adapter. You're going to have to get some separate M5 screws. About 10 millimeters should do the trick. So this is the way it will sit. I'm going to go ahead and put in the factory battery since we have determined that it does work.
Let me hold that battery.
No, I got it. This strap is essential for securing the battery to the down tube when you do this style of friction install. It does have the no slip grip on the backside, it's 2 inches wide, same as the straps on the bottle cage strap adapters, and this will give your final secure hookup for your second battery. What you'll do is use 2 of these straps. You'll turn one here and then loop in the second right here, and then it will make it double length. It will go around the bike, and then you will tighten the first strap down. And that's that. Now we're actually going to plug in the battery, and that will complete our second battery connection for the bike. I do have a little bit of excess in the bottom, so I am going to gather this and then tighten this cable with the bunch in the bottom before I secure it. We have linked in the description below some Tidy Helper cable clips. Now these are little clips that they have a double-sided sticky that allow you to clip onto this cable and affix it to the side of the bike. And this has been best for cable management, but for this exercise we're just going to wrap a zip tie through the frame right here.
Wow, that really cleans it up though.
Well, there you have it. We have successfully installed a second 20 amp hour battery. Now keep in mind, I do implore you, you must use a second set of straps. Get the 2-pack. We had an issue with shipping. We are waiting on the second, but that will be the final application. It will bring this battery in and tighten it down very, very securely. So I hope that does the trick for you.
Yeah, this thing will go all kinds of distance at that point.
For sure. Absolutely. Brought Mike in. He has the calculator this time, so I wanted to take you through the range calculations that you all want to know. So what we're going to do here is we are going to add the factory amp hour and the aftermarket amp hour. So 17.5 plus 20. And that's 37.5. And then we're going to multiply that by 48. And you get 1,800. Now we're going to divide that by 25, and 25 is the Mica toll constant, which says it's 25 watt hours per mile ridden at 20 miles an hour, throttle only, and we get 72 miles. Now that's at 20 miles an hour. Keep in mind, you will be respective of the terrain, the physical conditions. Is it windy? You know, do you have a 10-pound steak on you? Like that sort of thing. Also know that the increase in weight will drastically degrade any kind of range, so keep that in mind as well. But 72 miles,
that's awesome. With
moderation, sounds like an achievable task with this 37 amp hour setup. What do you think?
You more than doubled your mileage with it.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, makes me happy. Fairly easy install. We use the 40 amp dual battery discharge balancer. Gotta implore you, if you're thinking about it, I know that Spike is full suspension, but we rode out on the Wired today and had the bike case suspension seat post, and I know that my back was thanking me for all of the comfortable aspects of the, was it quad suspension, I guess, at this point, between the seat.
Yeah, because you had
doubling
another
it up,
suspension.
doubling
You had
it
a
up.
suspension seat post on a full suspension bike.
Yes. I have no
tailbone
regrets.
saver right there. Tailbone saver
I
for
always
sure.
tell everybody it's like riding in the old Cadillac.
Yeah.
It's nice and wavy. Check out a suspension seat post. This seat post is 30.4 millimeters in diameter. And then if you're feeling the seat, you don't need to worry about it. If you aren't, go ahead and get yourself a Cloud9 or another seat. What's your preferred? Do you actually go after aftermarket seats?
I do.
What's
I do.
your...
I don't know the name of it. Wick top or Wick something? I don't know. I found a seat that I like and I go with it. My wife loves the Cloud9 seat that you have.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done the Cloud9s too before.
Satisfactory?
Yeah, I like
It does
them.
the
They're
job.
comfortable. Not too much, not too little spring on them. And then you have that suspension seat post. Beautiful.
I do want to mention that I didn't bring the Tidy Helper cable clips, but they are a good addition for this. They make it nice and clean. And then cable management will be key for the installation on this bike. You just want to make sure that you're not raking a power cable on your turn with the crank while pedaling. That's not to instill fear, it's just to bring forth the caution necessary. I think that's pretty much it.
I feel like you covered everything.
Got it all.
I think it even looks good with the second battery on top.
Yeah, I would like
Some
when
more-
this thing goes on there, it's just
Yeah.
like, it's tight as it gets. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the area, check out E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, and go for a ride with your friends. And if you are a YouTube e-bike fanatic, check out @Scott Hardesty, youtube.com @Scott Hardesty. His channel is out there on YouTube. And my man, I beat him like 3,000 times. He won't admit it. My man, Mike Rochester, @Mike Rochester, youtube.com @Mike Rochester. We will leave links for that in the description below. You guys go over and check them out. Reviews, right?
Yes,
Predominantly.
all day long. Reviews, assemblies.
And then this machine.
Yeah, you just
I
Puts them out
review
like crazy,
e-bikes.
Sometimes. How many in a day? You know, how is it? We have had an adventurous weekend. Be on the lookout for videos from this weekend from Scott, myself, and Mike. I will be doing a lot of install videos for the electric all-wheel products. You will see reviews coming from Scott. You actually got a thumb throttle? Like, you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
You did.
I did.
You've been introduced.
Yes, we
Drink
have.
the Kool-Aid,
I'm
my
drinking
friend.
the Kool-Aid.
The water
I got a
is
lot-
fine.
I got a lot of work ahead of me.
I am gonna check out of here and let these guys do their sign off. We'll talk to you next time.
Like always, thanks for watching. Ride safe, have fun, See ya.
Well, guys, I want to thank you for watching and making it to the end of this video. And until I see you again, enjoy the ride. Oh.
Oh, snap back.